Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. For today's video is a video I've been wanting to do since the minute I knew the contract and the news and the signing and everything was going through, man. For today's video, we are doing what if a prime Derrick Rose played for my Detroit Pistons. Yes, guys, it is about time to earn that R-E-S-P-E-C-T, man. Respect back of the league in NBA 2K19, because as we all know, Derrick Rose is no longer in his prime due to multiple injuries of his past there, man. But regardless, I can still pretend. I mean, make believe, bro, right? I mean, that's my imaginary friend Bob was my best friend up until like 9th grade. So my imagination is on point, guys. Please believe. So yes, before we get going on this video, I do want to tell you guys, man, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day, happy good day, man. If you're from someplace else that does not celebrate the 4th of July, just hope you're having a great day. If you guys can do me a quick favor, bro, and please drop a like on this video, would be greatly appreciated. And as always, guys, check out the second channel, Extra Crispy, link in the description below for NBA content on the daily over there. So yes, guys, this is the team as right now. I really wanted to wait a little bit to do this video because I know recently I did do a Detroit Pistons rebuild. But also, I thought this would be a good opportunity to kind of talk about some of the free agent signings of the Detroit Pistons. But yes, guys, as far as the team is constructed right now, we have a 95 overall, age 23, Derrick Rose. And we all know what he's done in the past. I know the stats are not showing up on here, but last year on Minnesota Timberwolves, he actually averaged like 16, 17 points, something like that. Only played like 51 games, but that was like the most he's played in a long time. And, was shooting like 39% from three, so it was definitely pretty nice out there. But you got to go back to his MVP days, man. 25 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. And the scariest thing about this is that he did this at the age of 22. In theory, actually factually, we never actually got to see a prime Derrick Rose, man, because how many players peak at the age of 22? Not very many. It's usually not until you get that 27, 28 age range that you really go out there and start balling out, man. And then, of course, we got Blake Griffin down here as an 88 overall. I mean, he had his best season ever in the NBA last season. Unfortunately, it was on the Pistons, so it doesn't really get recognized as all that great. If he was still on the Clippers, bro, they would have been calling him the damn greatest power forward of all time, the way he was balling out last season. We got Drummond, of course. We all know what Drummond is at this point. I'm going to talk a little bit about him as we go through this video. We got Reggie Jackson, Luke Kennard, who I think is going to be fantastic for the Pistons next season. And also, Reggie Jackson, I know you're rocking that number 1 like you're Chauncey Billups. But if anybody's going to be rocking the number 1 on this team, it is going to be Derrick Rose. So I gave Derrick Rose the number 1 that he originally used to wear, and I switched Reggie Jackson to number 92. I thought 92 was nice for him, man. You can rock out the 92. That could be yours. Don't take Mr. Big Shot's number ever again, Reggie Jackson. I mean, I know you had permission and everything, but still. We got Tony Snell on this team, who I wasn't very excited about to get, but after, I'm better about it now, man. Better about it now. We got Sekou Doumbouya. Markieff Morris was recently signed. I did like Marcus Morris a bit more than Markieff Morris, but hopefully he can play like his brother, make some threes and stuff on this team. You got Thon Maker, Langston Galloway, Tim Frazier, all those guys like that. All right. So, what we're going to do, man, is we are going to go to the coach game plan and get our lineup looking right up there. So, we got Derrick Rose at about 37 minutes per game. That feels about right. Luke Kennard at shooting guard. I feel like those guys will complement each other very nicely. Compliment. Not like, hey, man, that's a nice jersey you have there. Or Luke Kennard, I really like a haircut today. Not that kind of compliment. Just like their play styles will complement each other. You got Tony Snell. I mean, can be a guy that sits in the corner and shoots some threes, plays some defense. Of course, that's the rest of the starting lineup. Reggie Jackson is going to go to a 6-man role, and we are actually going to switch out Langston Galloway with Thon Maker, as Thon Maker is the only backup center on this team, which I'm not a big fan of, because it's just not great. Although we do got Louis King. I heard that's actually going to be like a steal, bro. I heard he's actually a really nice player. Heard Jordan Bone's pretty nice too. All right, man, let's get going on the simulation so I can talk a little bit about Detroit Pistons basketball. So what am I realistically expecting from Derrick Rose next season? I don't think he should be the starter. I do think that Reggie Jackson should continue to be the starter on this team, just because, we're at the point with Derrick Rose where I don't want to risk starting him and playing too many games and too many minutes, just because, that's not him out there anymore, man. I feel like he's nice in the role of getting, 25 to 30 minutes per game off the bench, being a big-time scorer. And not to mention, I do think he can play in the game with Reggie Jackson. So, if you need a guy to play some backup too, you put Derrick Rose in. If you want to play the backup point guard, you put Derrick Rose in. I feel like that's kind of where he is at as a player, man. So I'm all for that. Now, as far as this team doing good next season, I mean, as great as Derrick Rose played for the Timberwolves, that team did not make the playoffs. And that was with Karl-Anthony Towns, who I do think is a better center than Drummond. Of course, we got Blake Griffin on the team and everything like that. And, Sekou Doumbouya, still got to see what he can be, because I'm hearing pretty good things. I still think, he's a few years away from really dominating. I think in the end of the day, though, when Andre Drummond is a top 2 player on your team, you can't really expect all that much success. And I know there's, Andre Drummond fanboys out there, man. I totally get it. He's a good basketball player. I'm not hating on Drummond in that aspect. I just don't think a guy can be, a championship caliber team can have a guy, your second best guy, be somebody that can, grab rebounds and score on the inside a little bit, but not really much of an offensive game outside dunking the basketball. We're just not that league anymore, man. We're just not that league anymore. It's like, yes, it's still helpful to have a guy that can grab you freaking 20 rebounds on the daily, but it's not needed really to win basketball games. So my hopes for the Detroit Pistons, I don't really know what type of trade value Andre Drummond even has anymore. But honestly, I was hearing talks out there of the Pistons being interested in getting JaVale McGee. And JaVale McGee actually had a low-key great season for the Lakers last season. I would be much, more willing to give JaVale, $7, $8, $9, $10 million for his season and just have him be a guy that, sure, does not score as well as Drummond, does not rebound as well as Drummond, but still does it enough to the point where it can help out your team. And then trade Drummond out there for I don't know, man. I'm gonna throw a name out there, like a Bradley Beal. I'm sure that Wizard fans are like, there is no way we would do that trade in a billion trillion years, which is fine. But somebody like that going out there and getting a guard or a small forward. Because I think that's what the league is, man. The league is a small forward / guard oriented league. It's no longer about the big guys, man. You need the Stephen Currys or the Giannis or the LeBron Jameses to really dominate in basketball these days, and the Pistons have not really had that for a long time. So I'm hoping Sekou Doumbouya can be that type of player. And really good things about him, guys, here in steal of the draft. But hey, that's just me as a Pistons fan saying that. So this Derrick Rose team, with the prime Derrick Rose, 61-20, man. One more game against the New York Knicks. And I will say, man, real quick here, I know we're all hating on the Knicks a lot, but in the end of the day, despite striking out on Kevin Durant and Kyrie and Zion and Trent Kristaps Porzingis, yikes. They still got some nice free agents. I like Julius Randle a lot. So we got James Harden MVP, John Morant Rookie of the Year, Montrezl Harrell 6-man, Defense Player Giannis, Jordan Clarkson Most Improved, Mike D'Antoni Coach of the Year, All-NBA first, All-NBA second, with prime Derrick Rose making that now a 96 overall, so went up in progression, of course. And yeah, that's about all we can expect from that. But we are the first seed in the Eastern Conference, so I'm definitely going to be excited about that. Let's go to the player stats on the season real quick here, man, and see what it's all about. So we got Derrick Rose, prime Derrick Rose, 25 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals per game. Guys, let me know in the comment section below. If Derrick Rose was to be in his prime right now in the NBA, what do you think his stat line would be? Because, man, the fact that he was able to develop that 3-point shot, but you combine that with his athleticism, I will say, as he gets older, because how old is he right now? 29 or 30? It's the athleticism would dip down a little bit. I think he would slow down a little bit, but still, Russell Westbrook's still going, and he's, right around the same age anyway, right, man? So yeah, we got him shooting about 54% field goal percentage, 44% from 3, so obviously balled out from right there. Shot 4 to 5 a game, which is about what he needs to be doing. 86% free throw. Yes, I will say, prime Derrick Rose, man. He was a beast, or at least MVP Derrick Rose was a beast, because we didn't really get to see him play in his actual prime. Blake Griffin, 22.7 rebounds, 5 assists. Oh my God, can you imagine prime D Rose with prime Blake Griffin? That athleticism would literally be off the charts. Here's the chart, bam, it's off it. We got Reggie Jackson as a 6-man. I still think if Reggie Jackson wants to win championships, he needs to accept a 6-man role. I just don't know if he'll ever be willing to do that. But man, 15 points, 5 assists. Of course, he wanted to get away from Russell Westbrook and not be his back anymore. Luke Kennard, 15 points, 5 assists per game. Very underrated playmaker, actually, guys. He's got pretty good handles out there, pretty good passing abilities. 42% from 3. Everybody shooting the 3 good, except Drummond shooting 14%. But he still got 14 points, 14 rebounds, 2 blocks per game. Defense was nice. If he can get his defense actually like the 2K numbers, he'd be a lot better. But his defense really not as good as 2K kind of plays it out to be. Sekou at 8. Sekou kind of sounds like a Pico. Have you guys ever had a Pico? It was like this blue Sega device. It was really cool, man. I think it was Sega that made it. I don't know, man. I had one. I played I had a Little Bear game, had a Mickey Mouse game, Pocahontas. Sonic the Hedgehog, man, it was a lot of fun. I remember it, though. Yeah, but he had 8 points, 3, 4 rebounds, 2 assists per game, 1 block. I swear, if he comes into the NBA and puts up those numbers his rookie season, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Markieff did okay. Tony Snell did okay. Thon Maker did fine. I feel like Thon Maker is the reason why Bobo fell so far in the draft, because they look like these lengthy, tall dudes that can't really man up in the paint, like Thonmaker. It's like, yo, is Bobo just going to be the next Thonmaker? Because that would not be great. But I do think Bobo's going to be a nice player, man, regardless. So, first round, we do have the Atlanta Hawks. Let's simulate current round here, see how this goes. Like, you know, 62-20, that's nice, but that was kind of like what Derrick Rose was doing on the Bulls. Like, they would have the regular season record, but they were not really having great playoff success. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Derrick Rose is so young that you can't really blame him for it. But we got this closeout game, 24 points, 16 assists. Which, with the way the NBA is played now and the quickness of it, you gotta think that Derrick Rose would be putting up the numbers like that, bro. Like, plain and simple, man. I mean, just like the pacing of the game is so much quicker than when he actually won his MVP. What was it, about 10 years ago now? Roughly, something like that. Next up, we have the Brooklyn Nets. Simulate current rounds. I don't think Kevin Durant's on here because I do have injuries like turned down for current players, just so we can kind of see how that would all operate since KD's not actually playing next season. But maybe he is. Come on, guy. Hey, yo, we won 7 games. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Yeah, he is not on here because, of course, he's not really playing next season. But we got Derrick Rose, 28 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 steals. Drummond at 24 and 12, 16 and 8 for Blake Griffin. Really just showing the importance of just having a dominant athletic base point guard. You know what I'm saying, man? Because Reggie Jackson just is not that. Next up, we do have the Toronto Raptors, who at the making of this video are still the favorites to get Kawhi Leonard back on the team. So that might change by the time you're watching. This might be on the Lakers or the Clippers. I heard California had a really bad earthquake, guys. Is that true? Is that... Oh, we just lost 4 games. Okay, man. So, you know, kind of the same issue that D-Rose was having back in the day. He would get pretty far in the playoffs, but he would, like, run to a great small forward like LeBron James. This time, it's Kawhi Leonard. So, yeah, we got Blake Griffin, 35 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 25 and 16 for Drummond. And then D-Rose at 22 and 13. So, simply, we just lost. Like, we got outplayed 120 to 131, 4 games to 1. So let's go ahead and simulate the rest of the playoffs here, see who wins it all. And the winner is going to be the Houston Rockets, man. James Harden, your finals MVP. Let's go to the playoff stats on the season right here, guys. Just see how everybody did. So Derrick Rose in the playoffs, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 10 assists. Am I expecting these numbers in real life? No, I am not. But I am expecting to get a leader out there. Somebody that can come into the game and just give you an instant bucket, bro. You know, like instant rice or instant mac and cheese. This is instant bucket Derrick Rose right here, man. So I'm excited for it regardless. I know people hate on me for it. They say, oh, Pistons are trash. Or Derrick Rose, you get excited about that. I'm a basketball fan, okay? I love my players regardless. Except Stanley Johnson. Sometimes Andre Drummond. But regardless, everybody else is it. And sometimes Reggie Jackson. And who else? I mean, Markieff Morris, I wish it was Marcus. Tony Snell's fine. I don't know, man. It's going to be a weird season, but I'm excited for it, man. NBA's just flipped upside down because of free agency. Anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Please drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, guys, check out the second channel, Extra Crispy. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.